The enemy is the government. That's your enemy. Did you hear that? Homeland security. We had the fatherland, Nazi Germany, the motherland, Soviet Russia. Now we're in the homeland. How's that for a patriotic speech? How's that for a patriotic speech?
I was building a small rock cottage, and the local people, farmers and ranchers, such said that the rock work looked like a castle. That's how the idea started.
I'm Daniel Bishop, the son of the Jim Bishop, the castle builder, and right now I'm just basically caretaking the place, take care of my mom, she's dying, and take care of him, he's getting old. The castle's 4 years older than I am. It was started in '69, I was born in '73. Oh, it was great as a kid, and then in my teenage years, I got tired of the people, the tourism, the headaches, and didn't want to be a part of it for quite a while.
We were here when he had started it. It was about 28 years ago. And so we've been back about 3 more times, and each time it's advanced, and now, he's still not finished.
He was born in Hawaii, and at 6 months old, they moved to Pueblo. My grandmother's family lived in Pueblo. His dad was stationed on a destroyer in Pearl Harbor, and they left a couple days before it was bombed. Well, my grandpa didn't like the idea of the castle. He wanted a place to get away from the people in the city. In the spring of '73, the story is my dad started digging a hole to start one of the center buttresses for the archways. And my grandpa asked him, "What the hell are you doing now, Jim?" And he goes, "If people want a castle, I'm going to build them one."
Well, my wife thought it was great. My brothers and sisters, they could care less. They didn't think it'd ever amount to anything. I had an uncle that called it pipe dreams.
Has he ever seen it in person?
No, he's alcoholic and all that shit. I met my wife, Phoebe, September 28th, 1966. We got married in January 7th, '67, the day after Elvis's birthday. Yeah, she's dying of cancer right now.
Sorry to hear that.
We've been together almost 52 years.
World government, including this government, has an agenda to kill 75% of everybody in the next 10 years. Population control, playing God with cancer. How many people know about cancer? How many people have experienced cancer one way or another? Warfare, natural and man-made disasters.
In my teen years in high school, Eddie didn't have time for anything but the castle. I was into sports. I wouldn't say that he wasn't interested, but he wouldn't have built what he did if he was off watching me play football and wrestle and stuff like that. I guess you could say you'd kind of be in second best, right? But I've always understood in my own heart that if he wasn't driven like that, it wouldn't be here. And then it's providing a future for me. So I don't know that I ever really resented it. I just didn't want to be a part of it for a while.
I've known Jim this is my 7th year. I was working as a four-wheeler guide over at Texas Creek as a tour guide, and I drove by here from Colorado City every day, and all of a sudden there's a big crowd out front, and I looked over and there's the castle. So I stopped and met Jim and been here ever since. It's the best place I know around.
I run the gift shop. I've been here for 12 years. Appreciate Jim's work here and all that there is to offer, really. I mean, it's amazing what one man can do. I actually manufacture pewter. And when Phoebe was running the gift shop, I was commissioned to do castle stuff. And so that's how I actually became affiliated. And in time, it just worked out where I sold my shop and they needed somebody to take over because Phoebe's health was going downhill. So that's how I landed here.
Yeah, it can inspire other people. People ain't inspiring me, though. I've already done it. If I want to build this wall around here, if I never get off my ass again and never do any more rock work, me and this project are totally successful this way we are. I've done all the fucking work. I've done all that work. I need the benefit from it. I demand it. There should be a big crowd of people here right now. The news media didn't do their job. They didn't earn their money. I should have been on the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson and them assholes. There should have been Charles Corral on the road. There should be a crowd of people here. That is the world's biggest one-man physical project.
So the hard part about this place for me is that his attitude of being a one-man project has been most of my life. He told people that they could help when he was first getting started before it wasn't much here, and they would all of them would pretend that they were going to show up, make dates to show up, and nobody ever really showed up to help. And I remember being a little kid, like probably 7, and he said, I'm not going to let anybody help. I built it this far by myself. Why should I give anybody else credit for helping? And that cut me off from being able to help.
Then no, Dad ain't been helping with it. Then no, Dad has not been helping with it. Or to be a fucking two-man project. It's right up here. And sometimes they ain't up there, I just do it. That all went together as if it was engineered out, and it wasn't. As if it was engineered out, and it wasn't. God is building that. I am the tool. God is building that. I'm just a tool. God is building that. I'm the tool. God! Did you hear me? God!
A couple weeks ago, he told me for the first time ever, if that metal in the bridge and stuff, if the welds break, you're probably going to have to go up there and weld them. I can't weld anymore. And I looked at him, I said, you know what you just told me, don't you? You just told me I could work on your castle. So, you know, I respect what he's done, and I respect his one-man idea, and I don't really have any intention of doing much to it until he's gone, and then it'll become a two-man project.
Been several years, but our family loves to come up here. We come up and have picnics and just really enjoy it.
We remembered
Thank Jim for that.
the castle being real tall. We remembered that part, but it took them several years to get it finished like it is on the insides.
He, when he was a kid, him and his dad and mom and brothers and sisters went to the Seven Falls and got turned away at the gate because they didn't have enough money to get in and see it. And that's driven him to keep it open free, and I don't know, there's something snapped in him when he decided he was going to build a castle, and it just, the idea, when he gets an idea, you don't stop him.
Obviously.
Have you ever heard of the term Arthurian? It means you author something, you wrote the book, you built it yourself, and it refers to Arthur. So what am I building? Camelot. Watch this. I'm no fairy tale. I'm real.
A lot of people come through here have no idea what this is really about. One of the recurring themes that it seemed evident when I was out in incognito, not claiming to be a bishop, I heard a lot of people talk about how we had to have a lot of money. Well, most people wouldn't do something like this. Nobody would do something like this, but nobody can fathom the idea of building something like this and being poor and not having anything and being broke and giving it away. Most people think, if I'm going to do something like that, I'm going to get paid. So they don't have the ability, or in my opinion, or the concept of what it takes, why anybody would even spend their life building something and not have anything. You know, there are people out there with millions and trillions of dollars that donate to charities, $500,000 here, $1 million there. That's very interesting, and it's a nice thought and all that, but it's easy to give away $1 million when you got 20, right? It's something unheard of to have nothing and give everything you have away.
Do I look like a criminal to you, a felon? My mouth might be, they may not want to hear what I have to say, but it's the First Amendment right to freedom of speech and expression.
I'm proud of his ability to speak his mind. I think the way he goes about it is a little eccentric and sometimes makes him look foolish. But at the same time, I know there are people that come up here just to see it. They'll say what he doesn't want to hear to watch him blow up, you know? And so you have this kind of mixture of the people that know what it is, that come here to see what they're going to see, and then you have the unsuspecting person that probably doesn't think that way, that gets like surprised by the behavior.
Oh, I love it. It goes off every now and again, but you know what? People are just people. It's funny. I like it. That's just Jim. He ought to be more exposed. I love him.
I came here in like 2010, I believe. 2009, 2010, somewhere around there. About this time of year. A lot's changed. He's added a lot. And actually back then, we actually got to talk to him. It was pretty cool. He was working on something on the front. He was out here just going at it, man. Yeah, it never stops. It was incredible, man, to watch him.
Well, it's gonna outlast us too. Might as well can see it.
Yeah. One guy actually said something cool up there. He said, this will outlast some books, most books. So it's pretty cool.
I was getting rock over on 96. Two big rocks that were touching the white line. And here come two sheriff's deputies, two different vehicles, one in front, one in back with the lights flashing. We're gonna write you a ticket for stealing rock. I said, oh, you are? I says, who owns this rock? I says, nobody owns it. I'm just rearranging it and everybody's welcome to use it. Climb all over it. Oh, Mr. Bishop, we take our families up there. This one, Buck, his nickname is Buck. Take my families up there every year, and we really like what you're doing, but you got to quit stealing rock. You got to have a permit. I said, I tried to get a permit, and they ain't talking about a permit because they're studying new rules. The new rules are the UN. When our criminals in Washington, D.C., our lawmakers, borrowed all in billions from the Chinese communists, legal criminals in Beijing, they put up as collateral all of our public lands, parks, monuments, and forests. That's treason. They're treasonous. And I'll never get another rock permit to haul rock. They'll have to kill me to stop me from getting rock. They'll have to kill me. Then they can bring their families up there and say, I shot the guy that built this. Didn't I do a good job? I shot the guy that built this. Well, I happen to be a survivor. It's gonna take more than bullets to kill me. Quit shaking! Because I was diagnosed 5 months ago with Parkinson's. And that ain't no fun. It's showing up on me. Yeah, they say it comes on real slow. Not in my case. It's coming on. Look at that.
Can I shake your hand?
Yeah.
This I gotta tell you, this is the third time I've been here. And I am beyond impressed every single time. It is so nice to meet you finally.
I'm glad you're here. Where do you live?
Moab, Utah.
Well, you're always welcome.
Thank you so much. And God bless your wife.
God bless us all.
The people in the city call me country because of how I walk and talk and smile. Well, I don't mind them laughing in the city, but the country folks all say I'm city-fied. The fighting men may say that I'm a coward because I never push no one around. Gentle people call me troublemaker, 'cause I'll always fight and stand my ground. Funny I don't fit, where have all the average people gone? Some pious people point and call me sinner, because to them I've never seen the light. Other folks think of me as a preacher. I'm just doing what I think is right. The wealthy people think that I am a hobo, lean and hungry, writing mournful songs. And the poor, poor people think I am a rich man, but really, I'm just trying to get along. Yes, it's funny I don't fit. Tell me, where have all the average people gone? And the government has given me a number to simplify my birth and life and death. And still my woman thinks I'm all important, like moon and sun and sea and sky and breath. Yes, it's funny I don't fit. Where have all the average people gone? Funny I don't fit. Where have all the average people gone?
Circle
You know
around
what
a
that,
little
we used to have a way with words, you know what that is also called?
bit. What?
I'm a big bullshitter.